TV. Today we bring to you a program titled You Need to Know. As we informed you earlier, that there are a lot of experiences in life that you need to know. People went through a lot, but they were able to overcome it. Today, I have with me great men who would love to share their experiences way back in SHS, what they went through and how they were able to overcome. So right now, I'm going to give the platform to them to introduce themselves.
Well, I'm AB Glory, the 100 student at UW Jumako campus, and I'm here to share with you my high school experience.
I'm Samuel Asamoah Samas, level 300 student. I'm here to share with you what you need to know.
Okay, so I'm Koku Dixon, a level 200 student of the University of Education, Winneba, Jumako campus.
Okay, great men, you are all welcome to this platform.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much for honoring our invitation
Thank
to
you.
share
thank
your
you.
life experience with
Thank
us.
you.
I want you to feel at home.
Oh, okay.
And tell us what you really went through.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Viewers, kindly follow us and subscribe to this channel. This You Need to Know program is going to help us a lot. Right now, we are going to start the interview. So I'm going to ask them some questions and they will tell us what they were able to pass through. Right now, I want to ask our gentleman, AB Glory, to tell us the school, SHS, the name of the SHS he attended.
Oh, wow. I attended Ada Senior Secondary Technical at Ada West District, located at Sege.
Wow.
Thank you for the opportunity given. I also attended Presec Senior High in Bono Ahaf Brekum. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
So I also joined Namong Senior High and Technical School in the year 2010 and completed in the year 2013. Yeah, so it was a 4 years journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
4 years journey.
Wow. Great men, you are all welcome. So, yeah, I want to ask Mr. Asamoah, how did you get to the school? You know, there are some people, they enter into the school through scholarship. People way back that the people have to post them to the school to see their names on the notice board before they can enter into the school. So we want us to tell us, how do you get to your school?
So, first of all, I had an admission 2012, which was Tri Senior High. But because of 1 and 2, we decided to go to Presec, which is near or where I do stay. So I think through protocol is when I gained admission to Presec Senior High.
That's nice. If Prof. Opoku Dixon would love to tell us something.
Okay, so my journey throughout in the senior high, let me say it was through the right channel. Yeah.
The right channel.
Yeah, to the right channel. Like I didn't enter through protocol.
Okay.
Yeah, it was through the right channel, and it was this mindset that senior high school I've been hearing of bullying. So I have this one friend who was in there. So my only prayer was to get that school. Yeah, and going in there, the first term too, I couldn't step foot in the school. So I started school Form 1 second term. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I want to ask, you get into these schools, what was your first feeling? What was your first feeling? How do you feel getting to your school, seeing the structures and other things? How was your feeling?
Oh, well, to me, my first time I've entered the secondary school, being, I think I was the first person from my let's say my family, among let's say my siblings, to go to school and then get to that level. No, we are 7 in number, but unfortunately most of them couldn't go to school, and then I'm the only guy among them, and I'm fortunate to get to school. And then be able to get to the high school. So I was really happy, and I think I was impressed myself to get to that level.
That's great.
Very
That's
happy.
great. So you mean in your family you are the first person that got the opportunity to enter into SHS?
Sure, I'm on my mother's side, with my mother's side, and I think I was the first person to get opportunity. And I think I'm also the only person to get the opportunity to get to high school. So I'm on my mother's children.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the only
That's
person to
great.
get this opportunity to get to high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which means you have a great job to do.
Really.
Okay. So we'll go to Mr. Samba to tell us his feeling.
Okay, of mine, I was a day student, and those days too, because of my age and how young I was, parents were not staying with me, and I being day student, it was like, hey, by the way, I will start the journey, and I started it following the stubborn guys as well, of which it wasn't all that cool, by the way. I managed it to be complete.
Wow, that's nice. You know, in SHS or SHS school like this, we know that a lot of things happens over there. Things goes on, and I want to ask, Mr. Opoku, you being a boarder, you being a boarder, how does it look like? How was the feeling? What went through over there?
Okay, so with this boarding house experience, I had to run away from the boarding house.
Why?
Yeah, because I was quite, let me say, fearful. Yeah, I was fearing these giant guys in there. So somewhere 2009, and look at my size now. Our viewers can judge from that. So somewhere 2009, I was quite smallish. And looking at these giant guys that were to be like, they were my seniors. And the kind of hormones that they gave, the kind of punishment that they exercise out there, made me panic. So I had to cry out loud so that I'm taken out of the boarding house to be a day student. So
Wow.
I actually didn't have a feel of this boarding house experience. Yeah.
I know boarding house, we have school fathers and school mothers.
So
You were not having one to protect you. You know that those school fathers, they protect their children. You were not having one, and you encountered this.
actually, I was having one, but it's like they were partners, and he couldn't rescue me in the cause of those hormones. Yeah, he was into it.
Okay.
He was into exercising those kind of hormones at others. So how could he prevent someone from also exercising his powers on his son? So
Wow.
he had no power.
Wow, looking at your experience, I want to know what type of punishment or this kind of disorder that has happened to you, that have to cause you to run from boarding house.
Okay, so if I will recall, I quite remember one afternoon after class, I went to the boarding house and there was this senior who called me and he asked me where I'm coming from. So I was like, okay, I'm from Wong, and he was like, okay, Wong. So there have been Trotskys that went from Wong to KJTia.
Okay.
I mean Kumasi. And I said, yeah. So he asked me to climb the bed and then start calling out the names of the towns, like being a bus conductor or a mate.
That's very interesting.
So I was feeling quite shy. Yeah, I was feeling quite shy. So with this kind of stuff, I had to run for my life.
Wow.
Because that's the first day I'm to call out names like a mate or a conductor.
Okay.
So what's going to happen the second day? So I had to run for my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Poku.
Thank you too.
I would love to ask Mr. AB Glory to also tell us the first feeling You said you were a day student.
Yeah, I was a day
student.
student. Yeah.
Student. You
Yeah.
being a day
Full day
student,
student.
moving from your house to school
Yeah.
every day. How was your feeling?
Oh well, you see, actually, I was a day student, but I used to say I'm a day student brother because most of the time you see me in the school. You will see me in the school most of the time. I used to stay in the school and then in town. You know, being a day student has taught me a lot because my fellow brothers, some people were saying, you see the kind of trainings and stuff they have been going through. Some of them have to hang masha on their neck. Sometimes they have to, if they go to dining,
That's the body.
that's the body
those
house.
in the body
Yeah,
house.
yeah. I'll be observing. Sometimes I go to the dining hall. They will fetch the rice, one ladder for them, and then the seniors will take most of the food. So me being a day student, I think I was really happy because I'm on my own. I learn the time I want to learn. I sleep the time I want to sleep, and then I have enough time for myself I can even go and maybe roam. You know, some of us were trained from a Christian home, so when you feel like maybe I have to go and pray small in the body house, you can't get it like that. But being in town, you can go around and maybe talk to God small and come back. So I think I was really happy being a day student.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it
Really
means
enjoyed
that you really had your freedom
Yes, I
to
have.
express yourself.
Sure.
But from the beginning of your statement, you told us that you are day and a border.
Yeah, I'm a day student.
How did you get to the boarding?
Okay, well, I actually be a body house. It's not like I'm a border, but I'm a full day student. But the reason why I say I'm a day student border is that sometimes, because I have friends over there,
Okay.
and because I'm a bit familiar with the headmaster by then,
Okay.
sometimes I go to the headmaster, you know, with conversation. And sometimes, you know, when I'm a bit hungry and my pocket is a bit dry, I'll go to the headmaster and so through our conversation. So, no, Baby Glory, I know as for you, you are a day student brother. You can go to the dining hall and then get some stuff for yourself.
Wow, that's great. So you've gotten the opportunity because you know you are a friend to the headmaster.
Yeah,
You've
sure.
gotten your way. That's very good.
Sure.
I see. Quickly, let's
Sure.
go to Mr. Samoa. We want to find out your first day in class. How did it go? Your first day in class?
I remember they used to say inferiority complex. Because of that, in fact, I was happy to be in school, but because it is new people, new faces here and there, that one too was a problem. That one is causing the inferior. So I just, I was with them. By the way, I wasn't okay too, because we having new teachers, new people, we have to socialize and all that. As I'm more trying to socialize, that moment wasn't easy for me. So, should I say I wasn't happy? I was happy to be in the school, but I wasn't happy at the moment being in the class.
Wow,
Yes,
I see. So
I remember that one much.
wow. So for how long does it take you for you to be able to build your morale so that this fear or inferiority will move away? How were you able
Okay,
to?
you know, I was having a friend, Bismarck. Those days, I remember I was in the same school with him during JHS. So because of that, he was in, I think, A and I was in B. We were all offering the same course, of which he was in A class and I was in B class. So we started moving together. So at the end of the day, when it's break, we move together. But when it's break over, we have to go back individually. So I started having friends, the guys, following them here and there, starting eating together during break. And because of that, we started building that social and then it became normal.
Wow. That's good. Viewers, we just want you to follow us and as we digest and dissect these life experiences. In fact, you may not know, but you need to know. We need to tell you what people went through before they were able to make it in life. We just want to tell you that in all things, don't just enclose yourself into a pit and be telling yourself and without doing anything about it. In fact, you need to do something. So that's why we need to tell you to know how these people overcome their challenges and they are able to make it to where they are now. All right, let's continue on, my fellow great men. I want to ask, as in this SHS throughout, have you ever encountered any difficulty in your life, or you went through the system so easily?
Oh, well, to me, I've encountered several problems and several challenges. And one of the challenges that I encounter is hunger problem. You know, those days was a tough time that you have to depend on 10 cedi for the whole week. No, but then you have no option than to.
Which year is that?
I think around 2013 thereabout. You have to be, you have to focus. The only thing that keep me moving is that it's not going to be like this forever, because it's just for a moment and for a season. And if it's for a season, then you have to endure. And some of the challenges I've encountered is, you know, those days you have this kind of boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. It's like it's a trend that people have been. You have to have a girlfriend after a boyfriend. But those days I saw the trend moving, and you know, some of us, because we are raised from a Christian home and we have been disciplined into the Bible and then how to fear God. So I also put that in mind, that I have to discipline myself very well too. Though you'll be having the feelings for the sex, but I have to control myself and know that God is watching me, so that I will not do what the other people are doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are some challenges, and one of the challenges I also had is mathematics. You know, sometimes my JHS teacher, Mr. Alovo, he make mathematics to be so scary, so fiery, because he'll be shouting on you, hey. Sometimes when he's teaching and then one person understands the subject, according to him, the whole class understood. So when it happens, some of us, like, we are left behind. Okay. So this makes us to take mathematics as one of the scary subjects. Okay. So these are some few challenges I've encountered. But by God's grace, because I put God first, and thinking is for a season, I was able to maneuver and then overcome these challenges.
Okay.
And the main thing that helped me to overcome these sexual challenges is prayer and self-discipline. Okay. Because I have made up my mind that this thing that the people are doing, as for me, minus me. And that is how come I was able to maneuver, because I had self-discipline and self-control.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you really went through a lot.
Sure, I have went through a lot.
I just want this one to be clear to my viewers.
Oh, okay.
This hunger issue, you said you have been given 10 CDs as of the year 2013.
Yeah. What happens is that, those days when I'm going to school, the money they give you for the whole term, maybe sometimes, let's say for the term they can give you like 200 CDs for the whole term. I know you have to buy some books. You have to buy books. Sometimes do some class contribution. Maybe there is a assignment, you have to go and print it out. You go to the cafe. So by the time you realize you have nothing on you, so all you have to depend on is Gary. Sometimes I have to take Gary to drink Gary in the morning to class, and then drink Gary after class. Sometimes what saved me during those days, some of my colleagues, they think this guy have money, because all the time I used to dress gentle because of our church ICGC. ICGC, we are classic, so all the time I dress classic. And then when I go to school, because of the hunger issue, I take ekudeme. Something we call it ekudeme, asana.
I like that. I've seen that thing.
That's what I used to take. So after break time, I'll go and buy asana, 1 CD, and then bread, 1 CD. And I'll take in, then I drink some water on it. Then that's me moving.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow. Ekudeme.
Yeah, ekudeme.
Yeah, I don't know if my...
I actually have no idea why.
You have no idea.
There is this drink now. I think they use maize.
And they'll put block in it.
Yeah.
To be chilled when you take it.
I think the ekudeme is the same as asana.
Yes.
Is that only one?
No. Only one is different from what you said.
I think the one.
Is it brown?
Yeah,
it's like brown. Yeah, and they'll
Just
put
like malt.
just like coke, like
People
malt.
used to call it
Malt.
It's a here for malt.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have for more.
Yes.
They have for more. So
I used to buy that one. This thing, I used to take this one to broke nigger. We have something we call it broke nigger. I don't know if some of you know broke nigger. It's a term. It's a new term. Broke nigger is people call it brony can't hear. Maize, and then they add ground. So we call it broke nigga because it's for the people they don't have some coins in their pocket. So when they are chewing that thing, so you take it, then you get some water on top, then you are moving. Sure. So that's how I survive.
Wow. I want to come to Mr. Asamba. Any difficulty you have encountered, any challenge that brought you down, but you say no, I will not allow that. Have you ever encountered any difficulty?
All right, thank you. It is many. I'm a type who is much afraid of king. And this mathematics issue this gentleman was just saying, as I'm not being here going to school, myself, I don't even understand the maths.
The whole concept.
The whole shoe.
How do you expect me to go and at the same time going to get it wrong for you to beat me? Then I will never go. Because I can't go with hang and then go for you to disgrace me and at the same time beat me. So if that be the case, so because of pain, I wasn't interested to go to class, and I'm a day student. I live in the town. I'm a town boy. So if you have a mass Mondays, for that one I will skip. I won't go. The other subjects which is good to me, I'll go. I don't mind to go to school, let's say around 10, meaning by 8, 9 thereabouts, that mass and those things wouldn't be there. So I would just go and then consult the class rep or the class captain. That is what we used to call those days.
Wow, stop on
To mark me.
Okay, Mr. Samba, before you continue, I want to ask, you're skipping mathematics class. Have you been caught? Have you been punished in a way? Tell us.
So for that one, you will not even get me or get me. You won't get me anywhere to be punishing me or this, that. I will just jump simple and go my way.
Wow.
So many of you jumping what?
Class during mathematics.
During mathematics, since you don't go to class, so how do you manage to pass your exam?
That is what I don't understand, and that is what you may need to know.
Okay,
It's
so
by
tell us
grace.
how.
Let me say that one. It's by grace. You know, when we completed during 2015, fortunately, we failed. Let's say majority. So
Including you.
Who don't like
myself. Okay. And the mathematics as well. So far as it happens that we realize that life is not about you need not to, you have to be skipping this, that. So all of a sudden, what suggestion or other option I have is to know. So I had a friend, Eddie, this Pentecost church, we be going there every evening of the days. So I re-registered, like I registered another school.
That's for not there.
No,
In another school.
in another school.
Oh wow.
Right. So that is when I completed 2018. So I completed and stay home because of these challenges and all that. Because I'll be going to school, they will beat me. I'll go with hunger, inferiority complex. So for that 2012, 2015, in fact, I wasn't an active school member.
Really?
Let me say that.
Oh wow.
So far as I decided to go again, I learned mathematics by force. And I learn as well to get my passes.
You know, there are some things that you can't dodge it, no matter
can't
how
dodge
it is.
it.
Some things are caught in life. And if you try to dodge it, no matter how it is, you will have to still meet them before you can get to the next level. So you skipping and running away from mathematics classes, I think, don't you think you have delayed yourself in life a little bit?
Even if I was to be serious by those days, 2015, I think if I would have had my passes and come to the university or any tertiary institution by that time, by this time I would have completed maybe my university and will be in another level or next level. So it's not good to let's say
Skip classes.
skip classes
And jump balls.
So
If you're
viewers-
watching me, it's not good to skip classes.
Yeah. So viewers, as you are watching, it's not good to skip mathematics classes. In fact, classes.
Oh, okay.
So the more you do that, the more you delay yourself in life.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So try as much as possible, no matter how things that you are finding difficult in the subjects. Try and get somebody to help you over here. Right now, I want to jump from this question, and I want to ask Mr. Foku. Way back in school, have you ever been in a relationship? You know, in SHS life, sometimes you like to move with somebody, to date someone, to also show that you are a guy. Have you ever been in a relationship when you were in the SHS?
Okay, so answering to this your question, I never dated in senior high school.
What was your reason?
Yeah, but there was this lady that they used to tease me with. That she's my girlfriend. So shout outs to Felicia. Felicia Rekoa, she's now married.
Oh, I see.
She's now married, and they used to tease me with that lady, though nothing was going on.
What was the relationship before they used to tease you?
Okay, so you see, these are ladies, so they were quite good, and she was so good to me. She was kind, like a very kind person. Sometimes
Kind in what way?
Oh, kind in. Should I say kind in cash?
In cash.
Kind in food.
Okay.
Yeah, not kind in kind. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind in cash, kind in food. I quite remember a day that I wasn't feeling well. I gave her a call, and the way she pampered me, I had to feel good within a very short period of time. Yeah. So they thought we were having something doing, but it's based on everyone's background, where you are coming from, how you were being raised. And in my family, I can't spell out one person that dated earlier. Yeah, we all go to certain year before we get ourselves into that. So senior high school year.
Oh,
0.
Okay, I want to ask. You say they used to tease you
Yeah.
because you are close to this Felicia lady, because of the pampering and the those stars and
She was
that.
very good.
Have you ever, in a way, felt that this lady is in love with you?
Okay, so with this, after completion, we used to communicate. Why? But why did why
you
did
have to
this
go
way? So we used to communicate after senior high school. Then no myself na crown. I wanted to, get into a
The feelings
relationship with her.
start coming,
Yeah, I got to know that we were clicking.
Is it by Libya clicking or which clicking?
Personal clicking.
Oh, personal clicking.
But before I realized she was having a man in her life, and she's now a happily married woman
Meaning you were late.
with a son.
Okay. So with this thing, how do you feel? You know, there are some people, people try to promise them or they feel something towards someone, but before they realize, they've seen that someone else is already there. We want to know, how were you able? Because these feelings has grown, and you were having towards this lady, and you got to know that he's in a relationship with a different man. How were you able to deal with this feeling? And it didn't hurt you.
I was so young by then. Yeah, I was so young, and emotionally I wasn't affected. Psychologically I wasn't affected.
Nothing went on.
No. Because I was so young.
And
But
you know-
physically, I
know-
felt that I'm being detached from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I felt being
Yeah,
detached.
before you
from
continue,
her.
you know, people always think that when you are in love with somebody, you love with your mind, your heart, and everything, and you have to put everything in it.
Sure.
So when they encounter
Challenge.
any challenge, like how they are moving, they said no, you have to stop. Then you see that it will affect them from top to down, and even their way of thinking, everything will change. I want to know your side, whether you are really in love with this lady. And now it's just some way,
So can't we skip this? Like
I want to know.
okay.
How were you able to manage?
Okay. I think I got to know much about life after senior high school. Yeah, I got to understand life after senior high school. So with all those that happened, I had no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like I've been hearing this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and I wanted
You want to try?
have a feel of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
see.
the
You
whole
want to
thing.
try? Oh, okay,
Sure.
that's nice. Viewers, we are still on this program. You need to know. There are a lot of things that you need to know. You need to know. You need to know. The next question I would love to know is I want to ask Mr. Asamba. You being a border, what are some of the challenges you encounter in your studies? You know, if you're in boarding, you have your peace of mind, you have time for bread, you have time for other things. How do you live? How are you able to study? Tell us.
I wasn't a border though. By the way, I study. If only it's no mass.
So what do you mean by if only
No,
it's
no.
not math?
How do you study?
So you used not to study math,
you
right?
not to study mathematics at all.
I didn't like it. In fact, so I wasn't a border. By the way, because we were just near or closer to the school, at times we used to join those of the preps. So that was how I was managing to study small. So in the evening time, I'll just go there to study. And after, we study too.
I want to ask, are you not engaged in the house that much? You know, if you are a day student, for me like this, you know, if you come from school, way back from school, then you have to carry something and go and sell.
Sure.
Something you sell around 6 o'clock before you come to the house. By the time you come there, you are tired. You need to eat and rest. So you don't have that much time to study. I don't know if tell us how were you engaged in the house? Did you pass through such things or you had it
Okay.
That means that way.
I didn't have it border. You know what? They were not staying with us. I mean, my guardians, parents. So we are only two. So they're not staying with us. We have to do things on our own. And it can happen like a year, 6 months or so. You can't hear from them.
Okay.
So we were just following the guys. We won't go to school though. We will learn small for learning sake so that we can be literate.
Okay.
That is my point. I was very literate. I can read, I can write, smart and understand certain things. But they are not with me. So it seems once a while you hear from them, you have to be following up so that you get something in stomach.
Okay.
So that is when there is a one mother or one woman. I used to join her during Saturdays to farm.
Okay.
We can read, and at the end of the day, she'll give us plantain, cocoyam, and those stuffs.
Okay.
So we will just bring them home and start consuming it till the end of the week.
Okay.
And because they were not around to, at times they would just send us something small,
Okay.
of which we will be using some for dal, rice, and those stuffs. So that is how it was going gradually.
Actually, okay, I want to ask Mr. Ebi Buloni. You told us that as at the year 2013, they used to give you 10 CDs for the whole week, right? If I'm right.
Yeah, that is what I spent for the week.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I want to know, and you are a day student too.
Sure.
Is there anything that you did to get money in addition to these 10 CDs, or is these 10 CDs that you survive on throughout?
Oh well, like the saying goes, when you are kind to people, people will be kind to you. So well, those days, my head is a bit good, you know. So sometimes.
What do you mean by your head is a bit good? Can you tell us more about yourself?
Okay, well, like I'm a bit, let me say, an average student. So let's say I'm a bit good in academics.
Okay.
When it comes to, you know, I'm a literature student. So
Okay.
when it comes to reading and then summarizing the books, most of the ladies don't like. Most of the guys and the ladies, they don't like reading. So what I do is that I'll go and read the book and then I'll come and summarize it for you, and then I guess some Kure.
Hey, that makes me remember my way. I used to write notes for people, and the number of pages I have to charge. Okay. As at that time, we collected 80 pesos, 8,000.
Oh, I see. And then.
Or you buy me food and I'll write for you. That's wow.
And then well, sometimes those days too, when we get to, we call it just 2. I happen to be the course rep or class rep.
Okay.
So sometimes, you know, those secondary school, the class prep used to mark the register. You have to mark the register. You have to record their exams and everything. So some of the stubborn guys who don't used to come to class, maybe if they don't come to school like this, they will come and see me. You know, maybe you have to do something. Then I will say, oh, give me some coin. Then I will mark them that they are present. Not know they are not present. Sometimes too, when you don't perform like this in the exam, and I'm going to record the exams. You know, there is a class B.
Wow.
You see, then like those things. I also get some coins.
Okay.
And then I used to help my spiritual father, Sir John Gosenafo. He's currently teaching at St. John Grammar at Accra. Sometimes we will go and help him weed. And then he's also a kind man. He will buy rice. And then also ICGC at my church. They are also very good people. I cannot forget about the church. Sometimes they will do a provision. My church have to buy rice and then the shooter and everything. One man, Mr. Anderson, he's the deacon by then. You know, the church have to buy rice and stuffs. Sometimes once in a week or maybe twice in a week, and then put some, because I'm a very, very committed member. I am part of the very committed member, and then go there to sweep and everything. So that's how I survive sometimes.
Wow. So my beloved viewers, you can hear him. He went through this situation, difficult task situation, but he couldn't allow it to overcome him. He was able to write notes and copy things for people to get money. In addition to the things he is giving to him to survive. My friends out there in the SHS, if you are in this situation, I think let me suggest this way of solving problem. If you are also good in that way, you can also help others so you can get your coins and survive. You know, most of us in Ghana are not from rich homes.
Before you go, let me even chip in this one. You know, sometimes during those days, there is this thing I used to do. Like maybe if I saw that Brother Francis' house, maybe it's bushy, you will not even inform me about it. Before I realize, around 5 o'clock, I'll wake up with I have some hoe, and I will weed the back of the house for you. So when you come and say, Ebi, is that you? Oh, so when did you start? That's all. It's not anything. So Ebi, you stop doing this. That's all. I just want to help you. So by the time I'll finish, then the fellow have given me some coins. So sometimes too, I help people weed in their house. There is one woman we used to weed for. He's called Yayo. We used to call him Yayo, and he will cook for us. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow. Okay, that's very good. Now I would like to ask Mr. Opoku. Way back in school, what was your difficult subject?
Okay.
And
So
how were you able to overcome that difficultness?
okay. So I had no difficult subjects until I get to Form 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I felt all the subjects were within my strength,
Standard.
my standard.
Allah.
But when I got to Form 2, my mathematics teacher or tutor was changed. And when that happened, the one that came, oh my God.
It was Bobo.
He was something else.
Okay. Something else.
Yeah.
He
was something else in the sense that I never understood what he thought.
Okay. So probably maybe the methodology
That's
he's
exactly
using
so.
is not favoring you.
Exactly so.
Okay.
And with him, if he gets something wrong and you try questioning, he will reply you or give you an answer with an insult. And with that, I never like asking questions. If I don't get it, I don't get it. And that made me develop hatred for the subject.
So what subject is that?
Mathematics.
Mathematics
Yeah,
again.
that's
Okay.
core maths. Core mathematics. But at the end of the day, I said true. Yeah.
What did you put in place?
Okay,
for
so
you to...
I was having this friend. I'm watching David. Tabia. Tabia was his other name.
He's Nicky.
Yeah, he's Nicky. So this guy was very good at math. So I used to consult him, then he just me some points. Yeah, so I was able to overcome it and have my grade that can take me to the next level successfully.
Wow. So it means your friend teach.
So he
Taught you all this. Wow, then you are fortunate.
So
You are fortunate to
so
have.
it's good to have a good counsel. Yeah. Even the Bible says so. So have a good
So, my friends, as Mr. Poku said, you need to have a friend, or you have to involve yourself into friendship that can help you, not friendship that will take you out from your goal or your aim in life. In fact, this program is brought to you for you to know that in this life, it is not static. It's a continuous thing. And as you continue, or the years come by, you will encounter so many challenges. But it's up to you to know how to tackle those challenges and move on. Because there's no way the life will bring you back. You have to continue. So we gingered everyone to be able to stand tall. Great men, right now I want to know your final words to people outside there. What they are supposed, people who are going through these situations that you encounter when they back in SHS. What is your advice to them? Let's start from Mr. Asamba.
Okay, so if I'm to say some, just simple, take a good friend. Eddie is the one who later guided me to get to understand maths. I mean, to be a bookman a bit. So just have a good friend, and then you can have someone ahead of you who can even guide you more to advice in terms of advice, and then encouragement and all that. It will be very good and helpful.
Wow. Yeah, Mr. Pope.
Okay, so thank you very much. I would like to say to our cherished viewers that to know the very picture of your future depends on how you live your life in SHS. And also don't forget that everything is on God.
Wow.
Rely on God, pray, leave everything to God. Steady hard,
Okay.
and you shall succeed.
Wow. Let's come to
Oh well,
baby.
viewers, what I have to say is that, when you are a student, you have to try and be close to some of your teachers, because during those days I was very close to most of my teachers, and like I said, in my hangar and those stuffs, some of the teachers even support me a bit. And also in terms of the spiritual life, it is the teachers. One of the teachers that support in my spiritual life is Sir John Gosenafo. He has actually molded us. Teach us how to pray, how to go for evangelism, and also how to study. He usually give us counsel, and sometimes too you have to take those who are ahead of you to be your closest friend, because most of the time my seniors who are ahead of me, they are the people I work with, because I believe when you are going somewhere and then you don't know the place, those who are already be there, when you are closer to them, they will give you some keys.
Wow. Once again, I would love to thank each and everyone for your time. Fellow viewers, this is the end of our interview under the program You Need to Know, Season 1, Episode 1. We have a lot of episodes to bring to your screen. So we love you to subscribe to our channel, Hope and Faith TV on YouTube. We have more experiences to give to you. From now, see you next time.
His hands are not short that it cannot reach to you. His eyes are never blind, he cannot see your tears. His ears are not deaf that he cannot hear you cry. Your tomorrow must be greater than today.